Hi, so welcome back to the channel. So if you remember, the last video was spent setting up a breeding tank for the Dwarf Cichlids, and the result of that is, well, this. Yeah, so as you can see, the 3 foot tank needs rescaping. I was going to do it anyway, so taking the fish out, yeah, I needed to get rid of the scaping, and impossible to catch otherwise. So yeah, next on the list is rescaping the 3 foot tank. So first things first, I'm going to have to take everything out, get the fish back in the 4 foot tank again, and then we can start rescaping. So that'll be my next job. So when I've done that, I'll get back to you, and we'll have a look at what's going to be done. Okay, we'll back in a minute. Okay, so it's been a couple of days. I had fun and games emptying the tank. Stuff has turned up, but it's finally empty now. I haven't cleaned it too much because, like I say, there's beneficial bacteria and everything that's in there. So I've given the front glass a bit of a wipe, but that's about it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the substrate in and start building up the base for the scape that I'm going to put in there. But while I've got you, now would be a nice time to like and subscribe. It helps me a lot. I'm aiming to try and get 50 subscribers soon. So yeah, that'll be lovely. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the camera around, probably do a bit of time lapse of the substrate going in, and then I'll get back to you when it's time to finish capping it off. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Right, so apparently I am now incapable of pressing the record button. So I've either not pressed it or pressed it twice, and like me putting the substrate in hasn't been recorded. But what I can do, I can turn it round, can show you how the substrate sits in there and explain why I'm doing it like I am. So yeah, that'll be the next thing. So give me a minute and we'll turn it around and you can see that then. Okay, so as you can see, it's a little bit different than the last few times I've done it. I'll say there's no aqua soil or substrate at the front at all. That's going to be just kept as bare sand with maybe a bit of scatter gravel on there. And what I'm going to do is have a central island at the back of the tank. Just something a bit different. I'll say there's aqua soil on either side in case I do decide to put some stems in there. But basically it's going to be aquascaped in the middle, just where the island is, with some maybe some stems, some epiphytes, and then basically the rest of the tank is going to have nothing in it. Like I say, eventually I might decide to put some stems at the side. I'm not sure how it's going to look, but the aqua soil's there as an option just in case. It'll also help to lift the sand up at the back because, like I say, perspective is everything. Makes the tank look deeper if it's built up at the back, and like I say, it'll just save on sand. So yeah, the next thing is to put the sand in. So yeah, I'll try and get that one fast forward, try and press record, and I'll show you how that goes in a minute. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so that's got it looking all nice and pretty. Like I say, I've decided that it's going to be a central display, if you like. But what I'm going to have to do is have a hunt through my selection of spider wood and my stones, and come to a conclusion on how I'm going to put it together. So I probably won't video this next bit, but it's going to be boring and long-winded. So what I'll do, I'll get it sorted to how I like it, and then I'll get back to you and show you what it looks like then. Like I say, I'm probably getting the heater in because I want that hidden behind, so it's not seen. So I'll put that in as well, and like I say, I'll get done what I want to get done, and then I'll get back to you before I start putting the pants in. So yeah, that'll take me a little while, but probably just a few seconds for you, so I'll see you in a little while. Okay, well, I've got something in there now that I'm happy with. I do have to say, I think it's one of the best looking aquascapes that I've done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get some water in the just in the bottom to get everything damp, so I can put some plants in the substrate. Only things that are really going to go in there, I've got some dwarf cichlids that I'm going to put around the base. I'll show you that in a minute. And maybe some stem plants at the back. The rest of it's just going to be epiphytes, either stuck to rocks and placed in, or wedged into little gaps. So what I'll do, I'll turn the camera around so you can see what it looks like, and then we'll start filling it up with water. It won't be much to start off with, but like I say, we're getting there. So I'll turn it around so you can have a look, and then we'll start putting some water in there. Okay. So yeah, that's how it's looking so far. I'm very happy with it. Came out pretty much how I wanted it. I did think about putting another stone here, but decided against it. I didn't really have anything that fitted in there. So yeah, the next job is to get some water going in there. So I'll probably do that on the time lapse, and then start getting some of the dwarf cichlids in there as well. So that'll be my next mission. So we'll start with that then. Okay, so I got all the dwarf cichlids in. That went nicely for once. So what I've done, I've filled the tank some for the next step, which is going to be the epiphytes, which is going to be like jammed in between the rocks. I might stick a few to rocks, but the stuff that I've got is probably not going to be enough for what I want the tank to look like. I'm going to have to fill it up to sort it out properly. So what I'll do, I'll get these in, and then I'll fill the tank to the top, get the stems in at the back, turn the heater on, and then see how we go from there. So yeah, the next thing you're going to see is me sticking in some of these epiphytes, some trident fern. I think there's a nano petite in there, a few other bits and pieces. So yeah, that's the next job on the list. So that's what you'll see me doing now. Okay. Okay, well that's all the epiphytes in for now. Like I say, I'll probably be getting a few more just to fill in a few of the gaps, but it's looking okay as it is. So the next thing I'm going to do is going to put the stems in at the back. I'm not going to film that. You're not going to be able to see much because it's all at the back of the wood. So the next time you see me, I'll probably be about ready to get the fish in. I've already got the heater switched on, so the water's up to temperature. It'll need topping up a bit. As you can see, it's like 2 or 3 inches low, so that'll need topping up. I've already put the CO2 in. It just needs the filter moving over from the other tank and the chest and the fish transferring. So what I'll do, I'll just get the stems in, and then the fish will be moved over bit by bit. So what I'll do is I'll get all that finished, and then I'll put a video on at the end showing you the fish in the new tank. Hopefully they like it. As I said at the beginning, it'd be nice if you could like and subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 50. That's my next target, so it's much appreciated. And like I say, I'll see you soon. Okay, thank you. Bye.